All right, Shalom. The Watcher, also go by Michigan area Yasharala, once again, coming out here to preach this gospel and to teach you true children of Israel, which are the Negroes that are scattered throughout the earth. Okay? Today's topic, I'm going to go back over last week. I felt like I wanted to speak on Juneteenth, but I felt like I went off. Okay, so this is pretty much gonna be I'm gonna give it the same title, like Juneteenth do-over. Okay, like I said last week, I felt like I really didn't go in. I kind of went off into other things, but this week I'm gonna try to actually go into Juneteenth. All right, Juneteenth was celebrated last week. Okay, but before I get started, I just want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, you Akwath. You ones that are seeking the Heavenly Father until the return of the Son. Okay, as I was saying, Juneteenth do-over. All right, Juneteenth is a somewhat holiday, a special day, an event that is celebrated, through our people, the Negroes. Why? Because on that day, we were supposedly somewhat free, okay? Reason why I say somewhat is because in order to be truly liberated, to have true freedom, man, you have to, have your own, okay? We're still under hardcore oppression, man. We still have to go to our oppressor for everything, man. Like it says in the scriptures, man. And I guess that's the first scripture I'm going to start off with. Okay? Salakia. We have to go to them for everything, man. So how are we free? We don't own anything, man. We don't truly have our own government, own military. If we as a people would come together and try to go after this country, man, we'll be truly wiped out, man. We don't have no military. We don't really have no weapons, man. The weapons that are supplied to us are given to us by our oppressor, man. And what do? We kill ourselves with it. All right. Shalakia, once again, brothers and sisters. We kill ourselves with the weapons that's been given to us. All right, so we truly can't come against this country, man. We can't come against this society as a people. Yeah. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Still sprinkling a little bit, so still keep this umbrella. Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. Let me start at 47. because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. Don't we do that? We could speak on other nations, like the Chinese, okay, the Arabs, but they truly have their own. They come to this land and try to make a better lives for themselves, but they still truly have their own, man. Matter of fact, some of the equipment and inventions and devices come from overseas, man. So they truly have their own, like the Chinese, the Japanese, the Asians, they truly have their own, man. You know? They might want to come down here and visit, or might want to come down here and make a better lives for themselves, or what they think is better. But truly, man, they got their own. They know their origin. They know who they are. They know where they come from. But the so-called Negroes here in America don't know, man. We ourselves are inventors, but truly, man, we have to go to our oppressor, man. We have to go to the so-called white man, for everything, okay? Shoes, clothing, food, shelter, all that, man. So we're truly not free, man, as a people. Automobiles. We're not truly free, man. So the celebration, man, is all foolishness, man. It's all in vain. It's just an excuse to just act a fool, man. First of all, who's in control of Juneteenth? The oppressor, man. They are fully in control of that celebration, man. And not only that, man, it's supposedly Juneteenth has become like a national holiday. How did that come about? Because we begged for it. We go to our oppressors for everything, man. We have to beg them to make our lives better. We have to ask them for certain things, man, like make Juneteenth a national holiday. What about the so-called black man, Negro here in America? What about us? We don't get treated fairly. Here it is. We complain all the time, murmuring. We're a murmuring type of people, man. Which I can understand on some things, you know, because we're truly oppressed. But it's like soon as something happens, like a shootout or something tragic happens to a so-called black man or a black woman, you know, we holler racism. Which is nothing truly wrong with it. But when something like that happens, a tragedy like that happens, what do? We go to our oppressor, man. We go to the justice system, trying to seek justice. Sit up here and march and protest for everything. And what happens after that? Nothing. Same thing over and over again, man. Truly, we should be in the uproar, man. We should truly be in the uproar, man. For all the things that has happened to us. But we still comfortable. Still act like there's nothing that's happened. Still having these false celebrations. For what? Constantly being killed in the streets. Still in the same conditions. We don't have our own. We try to go out our way just to make ends meet, man. Just to make $1. With slave owners' face on it, man. So-called leaders and presidents, man, they were slave owners, man. And that's who's on the money, man. The dollar bill, the $20 bill, the $5 bill, the $10 bill. Okay? The Salakia. Go back to the scripture. Back at Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Okay? The captivity here in America is not our first go around, okay? We've pretty much been in captivity amongst majority of the major nations here on the planet Earth, okay? When we truly went off, you know, against the Most High, he used other nations to take us down, okay? Because we did have our own land. We were set up as a kingdom, but we truly went off against the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, okay? That delivered us up out of ancient Egypt, man. And he done away with our enemies, man. But we're doing the same thing as what we did today. The so-called Negroes here in America and over there in Europe. We're doing the same thing we did back then, man. And that's not honoring the Heavenly Father, man, through his Son, man. And that's why we're having all these problems. And that's why we're here, man. And only he can deliver us, man. Only he can do that. Can't no man free us from this hellhole that we're in, man. Abraham Lincoln never freed the slaves. And everybody knows it. If we were free, why aren't we in our own land, man? And why are we constantly going through hell? Okay? Because it's only the Father through the Son that can truly take us up out of here, man. You're gonna need more than weapons, modern weapons, modern weapons, primitive weapons, to take down this society, man. It's gonna have to be a higher power, man, one with great authority. Because truly, ourselves as a people, we're not gonna do it. You got some people out there who claim that they about taking this country down, but they not with it. They just fooling the people, man. These so-called leaders and so-called men and women of consciousness, claiming that they're woke, claiming that they're doing something for our people, and they not doing anything, man. It's all BS, man. The one who put us here is the one who's going to deliver us from this hellhole, man. Okay? Salakia. Let me go. I want to go. Slot, they only put that down for a minute. Rock it, brothers and sisters. All right, I'm going in the Apocrypha, and I'm gonna go to the book of 2nd Esdras. And I'm gonna go to the first chapter. All right, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at 5. Go thy way, and so my people their sinful deeds, and their children their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children, because the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me, and they have offered unto strange gods. All right. So this is part of the reason why we're here in America, man, and why we're over in Europe as well, man, being treated unfairly, man. Okay. Truly, you know, the so-called white man and white woman, man, is pretty much over us. That's why they can look at us a certain way, man. Because they are on top right now, man. They are in authority, man. Okay? The Most High has put us up under them because of our wicked deeds, man. The whole thing about the Civil War and the us being so-called free, it had nothing to do with us being free, man. The North just didn't have no use for us, okay? They didn't need slavery, so there was no use for us to serve hardcore slavery like we did in the South, okay? So once the North won the war, you know, they pretty much just set their ways, okay? Set their ways up. And once they beat the South was never the same, okay? They try to bring in laws or how they can keep us still in slavery, you know? I mean, as far as staying on the plantation, okay? They came up with Jim Crow to keep us still in that like fearful mind, meaning you know what I'm saying, you was not equal to the so-called white man. That being down south, the states down south, okay, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, Tennessee, all the states down south, man, you were not equal to the so-called white man down there, all right, during them times, and even still up to the today, you know. Some things have changed, but hey, racism still exists, man. And I don't really want to say racism, but the fact that, you know, so-called white people down there, they still act as if, you know, they're over you, which all of them do. It's just not down south, but it's up north as well, on the West Coast and all throughout the earth. But down south still seems to have a certain way about that area down there towards the so-called Negro, man. Okay? But Salakia. Back at 2nd Esdras chapter 1 verse 7. Am I not even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage? But they have provoked me unto wrath and despised my counsel. Okay? And you see, that's just an example. That's a pure example of how the Israelites, how they were put in captivity, hardcore captivity, and Yahweh delivered them, man, with a stretched out arm, man. Set up all types of plagues, okay? Turn the water into blood. The Most High did that, man. It was great, wondrous, and miraculous, man. Why the Most High? He used Moses as a prophet to tell Pharaoh what would happen, okay? Which everything that the Most High told Moses, it came to pass, but it was truly the Most High that delivered the Israelites out of Egypt, man. So we can truly honor him, man. Because we can't do anything by ourselves, man. You would think as a people, as much as we've been through, man, that we wouldn't take no more, man. That we would truly stand up to an unjust society, man. But what our people do? They stand up for a minute. They go out in the streets and protest. But what happens? It's right back to the same old life living, man. Trying to be successful, trying to get a career, trying to get money. All right. Get a college education. And to show your parents that you made it, man. Which is all BS, man. Because we're still being put through hell. Got these coon ass niggas, man, out here, man. Claiming to be something that they're not, man. The true, real man of the Most High, man, is truly out here, man. Women as well. And we fighting this good fight of faith, man. You need somebody like me out here, man, to tell you about things like Juneteenth, how it's just BS, man. We're not free, man. When the Most High delivered us up out of Egypt, that was true freedom. Real freedom. But even then, we still went off, man. Okay? Salakia. Salaki, brothers and sisters. All right. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 15. Chapter 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of surely that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Okay? That's similar to what we've been through up here, man. You know, it's recorded that slavery started in 1619, which truly Negroes started coming over here before that. And then you had Christopher Columbus. Okay, he claimed to be the discoverer of America, which he didn't discover this place. All right, he was just a thief and a murderer. Okay, that's how most of you heathen nations. That's how you claim a land. Okay, you do it through rape, robbery, and murder. Vicious slaughter. Okay. Savagery. Lucky if I'm not pronouncing that right. That's how this country, you know, came about. All right. That's why the ones who are on top, that's how they gain this land, man. Through rape, robbery, and murder. Theft. Deceit. Lies. That's why us as a people, we don't know that we're the children of Israel, man. Because once this land was taken over, they set themselves as kings and queens and gods. Okay? They truly changed the image of the Messiah, man. Because Christ, he's not a stringy-haired, blue-eyed white man, man, according to the scriptures, man. According to the scriptures, he's labeled as a dark man with woolly hair, man. So just like him, man, his people would be the same. Because he was an Israelite out of the tribe of Judah. So if him himself would be a dark-skinned person, so would his people, man. Moses himself took up upon all the ways of the Egyptians, man. He learned the ways of the Egyptians, claiming himself to be an Egyptian. So how could Moses claim to be Egyptian if he was looked at like a so-called white man, man? You see? That's what's been told to us. That's what's been implanted in our heads, man. Programmed to think that every so-called great heroic person, great man, was a so-called white man, man. And that's not true. You do have so-called great men, but they weren't heroic. They were rapists. robbers, murderers, man, thieves, like Alexander the Great. Homosexual as well as his father Philip of Macedonia. Okay? That's why they're known as heathens, man. Let me get that the definition of heathen. Okay. This is just how the you know what? Let me see if I get the etymology. But I'm gonna read the out of the actual Google dictionary. A heathen, a person who does not belong to a widely held religion, especially one who is not a Christian, Jew, or Muslim, as regarded by those who do. Let's see, similar to those. Pagan, infidel, idolater, unbeliever, non-believer, atheist, heretic, okay? It says idolater. I gotta pronounce these words right, but idolater. You set yourself as gods, man. All the so-called ancient statues, monuments, your pagan gods, okay? You came up with all that, man. And the scriptures told us, Yahweh told his people, man, not to have no other gods before him. Okay? And that's why you nations outside of Israel, that's why you're a heathen, man. Because you do exactly the opposite of the laws and statutes and commandments, man. You set up idols, images, and you force our people to worship them. Just like you did, or what you try to do with the Maccabees. But the Maccabees wasn't having it, man. Try to defile the temple with your images and your gods, man. And like I said, you force our people to do the same. And some of our people you don't have to force. They willingly worship your idols, man. They literally follow your religion. You see? And how is that true freedom? How is that true freedom, man? Christian pastors and preachers are the worst, man. They celebrate every holiday. How you doing? Okay?
Good, yeah.
Oh, okay. It seemed like you was up to something, man. I just had to know.
No, I'm not doing nothing.
All right.
I'm actually here for the anti-abortion protests.
Oh, and where that's happening at?
I thought it was happening here.
I've been hearing about that though. I saw something like that on TV. Somebody, they passed a law or something like that, or somebody got. I can't remember.
Yeah, the Supreme Court ruled that abortion is state by state, basically.
State by state, meaning what is legal, or they trying to make it legal?
So every state, well, they said that every state, they have rights, I guess, not women,
Women don't have the right.
to choose if they have an abortion or not.
So, wait a minute. How is that so? I mean, how can an abortion happen if they don't choose to have an abortion?
Well, the Supreme Court said that the states can choose whether or not women have an abortion or not.
Oh, I mean that seemed right. I mean, I'm saying I'm against it. I'm against abortion.
I mean, me personally, if I were to have it, like, able to have a baby, I wouldn't have an abortion.
Right.
However, abortion, you know, the one thing that, you know, if you're in poverty and you want to have an abortion, like, that's the best thing though. Like, I'm sorry, not the best thing.
It's not the best.
No, it's not the best thing. If you're in poverty, the best thing to stay in poverty is to have is to not have an abortion, is to have a kid. Because it doesn't allow you to exit out of poverty.
Right.
Like, in poverty, like, if you're gonna have a kid, like, that's the best thing to stay in poverty.
The best thing to do is just to to work it out and to try to make the best of your situation. You know what I'm saying? And truly, and not only that, truly, man, fathers should be in the house, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is. I'm on camera,
how
by
do
the
we
way.
do that in society, though?
Well, truly, man, that's the thing. That's what I'm. You know what I'm saying? This is spiritual, man. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with our people, man. You know what I'm saying? We're truly oppressed, man.
What do you mean, our people? It's all our people.
Man, I mean, I understand that you know what I'm saying? You want to all come together, nations come together and everything like that.
No, it's not nations, it's humanity.
I mean, okay, I understand that, humanity. But truthfully, man, this society is they're not like that, man. They're not like you, They may say,
Two wrongs don't make it right.
Right, I mean, I know, hear me out. You know what I'm saying? They say that they want everybody to come together, but truly that's not true, man.
Who is who?
Us as a people, the so-called minority.
No, we have to look at the people who are in power.
Right,
Who's in power right now?
I mean, people that of your ethnicity, man.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So-called white people, man, and they make rules and they oppress our people.
I think that making abortion illegal is more specifically hurting black people. Not that that's to say that it's your people; it's my people too.
I mean, it's my people. You know what I'm saying? You right. You know what I'm saying? And it's it's cool that you feel that way. But truthfully, man, like I said, man, it's mainly against us. It's mainly against our people. To truly destroy our people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've been put in poverty. We've been put in the poorest conditions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I agree.
And we totally destroyed, man. And we're not the same though. I have to disagree with you right there, man. I understand that you want to feel that way, but truly we're not the same. According to the Bible, just life in general, man. Not to say that we can't somewhat be brothers, but truly we're not the same.
Well, if you look at one human from another, one race to another, if you look at the DNA from a black person to a white person, the DNA is as different as if you look at any other black person to a white person.
Well, you said that, it's not the same. The DNA is not the same. So we're
no. The DNA is as different as it is from one black person to another white person.
Okay, so you're saying like
And the difference is very small because it's only the color of your skin. Like, I'm tall. You're a little bit shorter than me, right? I'm not trying to hate on you. I'm just saying that
cool.
there's 1 degree of gene difference between you and me, and how I'm tall and you're slightly smaller, right? It's in the degree of difference between someone who is black and someone who is white, who's someone who is Asian. The skin color is not the key difference of who they are, like of the genetic difference of those people. And to focus on the color of their skin is
I'm not really focused on the color of the skin, because truly it's not really the skin color that makes a difference. It's it's our gene. You know what I mean? It's our seed. It's who our father is. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes a difference. You know what I
so
mean?
it's so if skin color doesn't mean anything, and it doesn't, it's about and so that means that genes don't matter at all. And just because that you can see me and I'm white, I can see you and you're black.
We're different. We're different nationality. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe that?
I mean, nationality is about where you were born on Earth.
The nationality is like who your father is, because you wasn't born out of the land. You know what I mean? And truly, in the beginning, you were when you came across the land, then you gave that land its name. You know, you didn't come out of that land. You came out of your father. Who's your father?
No, I came out of my mom.
I mean,
but I get what you're saying though.
The father carries the seed.
It's the dad and the mom.
I know, but the man carries the seed. The man has the seed. When he gets with the woman, he goes into the woman. He plants that seed in her. So the seed is
still,
already.
It's equal though. It's equal. It's 1/2 from the mom, 1/2 from the dad.
But truly, you come from your father. You come from your father's seed. You know what I'm saying? Because without the man, you know what I'm saying? Without the woman, you can't have a baby as well. But you know what I'm saying? A woman just can't have a baby out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing with the dad.
But don't they got it somehow to where they get the semen, and then they can put it in the woman, and she can just have the baby without having intercourse with the man? I think it's something like that. I heard something like that.
I guess it's technically possible if you force it in there, but still though, inside the woman they have the egg and the man has a sperm. When they go together, it's a zygote.
Right, but you're right, but truly it's the man though. The man carries the seed. So you come from your father's father.
I'm sorry, but you get 1/2 from the mom, 1/2 from the dad. They're both equally responsible for the baby. Because when you're born, you have 1/2 from your dad, 1/2 from your mom. It goes both ways.
But the seed is already like we carry the seed. The seed is already, you know what I'm saying? All we do is just once we have intercourse with a woman, then the seed goes to the woman, and all she does is nurture it. That's it, and it develops in the woman's womb, and it comes out. But truly, it goes back to the father. It goes back to the father, the seed. The seed, man. It's you already have the
semen and the egg. The semen has to go into the egg,
right?
To make it
get developed,
fertilized,
to get developed,
to make it fertilized.
So you come. Your father's father.
But even so, like, we don't have to argue about that. Like,
no, it's not.
What's the next step here?
As far as
after even if the dad is the sole provider of all the genetic material, which by science we know that it's not, but we don't have to argue about that.
You saying as far as what I was saying about the father needs to be in the house?
Yeah.
Where we go from there, that's just it. You know what I'm saying? Our people need to, man, we need to get it together, man. as men, we need to step up and try to.
I don't think it's individually responsible on each man to do it. I think it's that society as a whole is responsible for how our society is. That I mean, I don't want to push too much on this to you, but you know, black men have been targeted by police.
Right.
And I'm a supporter of the BLM community. I believe that all cops are bastards, basically. ICAB, right? I believe that. It's because the system that they're in makes them want to attack black